It's Omar from MinorBeef, and today I'll be talking about HTC's flagship, the HTC One. Now, I've had 2 weeks to test out this phone, and I'm going to give you a full breakdown of all the positives and negatives of the HTC One. So firstly, let's start off with the design. The One is beautiful. It's light, it's thin, it's got a matte aluminum design which wraps around to the front. Its back is curved ever so slightly, which gives you a nice feel when holding the phone. On the top of the One, there is a headphone jack on the right and a power button on the left, which is a little awkward to get to, mainly due to the size of the phone. It also has a micro USB which doubles for a micro HDMI port at the bottom. There are no buttons on the left side of the phone, just the SIM card tray, and on the right you've got the volume control. So at the front of the phone you have your speaker grills, wide angle 2 megapixel front facing camera and notification light on top, and down at the bottom you have your boom sound front facing speakers, which I will get onto later, and also 2 buttons, your back and home buttons, and a HTC logo. Now let's talk about Blinkfeed, which is simply a live stream of all your news feeds onto your home screen. So you pick a bunch of sources like Twitter, Facebook, and watch the news roll in. But at times it feels too busy and cluttered. However, it gives you the option to choose which source you want to show up on the screen and gives you the ability to post other news onto other social networking sites easily. This phone, in my opinion, is missing a multitasking button. So what HTC have done is doubled the home button as a multitasking button once double tapped. This brings up a screen of a total of 9 apps. Now if you want to close these apps, you flick them away. A nice little feature to the phone, I guess. Let's talk about the thing I like most about this phone, the 4.7-inch 1080p display. This display is the best I have ever seen to date. The text looks sharp, the colors are great, viewing angles are good, the screen is not the brightest, but it's definitely the best smartphone display out in the market right now. Playing games or watching movies looks fantastic, together with the sound that comes out the very attractive looking boom sound speaker grills on the top and bottom, making the HTC One the best phone to consume any media on. The boom sound speakers are a lot louder than most phones, creating a stereo effect when watching something sideways. These speakers are amazing. There's some Beats software at work here which is very easy to turn on and off depending on whether you want the Beats low end effect on the sound or not. A quick mention of battery life here. The HTC One didn't even last me a day, or some cases only 8 hours or so yeah, battery life is not the best. Now, let's move on to the camera. The camera is not bad at all. It's got the ultra pixel technology which HTC claims to capture 300% more light due to a super sensitive camera, resulting in an increase in photo quality. Well, I tested this phone in regular light and the results were decent. However, in low light the results were much better, the picture was much more sharper and more clearer. And definitely, colors do seem to stand out more when using the One's camera. The camera has got a few good features. However, due to the camera being 4 megapixels compared to something similar on the market right now like the Galaxy S4, which is 13, you do lose quite a bit of sharpness when you zoom in to take a picture. HTC Zoe is a feature which HTC have said that it brings your photos to life. You can do things like remove unwanted objects from photos, edit photos so that everyone is smiling, and it does this by taking a 3-second video before you actually take the photo. Now, the one feature which I played around with was slow motion. What this does is slows down a certain part of your video to give you a 300 style movie effect. But what I found was that you may record in 1080p, but once you add the effect to the video, the resolution drops to about 480. This is not a big issue, but you would expect the resolution to stay the same and not drop so dramatically. Overall, my experience with this phone was pleasant. The design, the feel is definitely the best compared to any other phone out there. Blinkfeed is great but does tend to get cluttered at times. Boom sound is amazing. You really have to experience it to believe how good the speakers actually are. Zoe is fun but still needs a little work. And the one thing which I didn't quite mention is the speed on this phone. The phone is fast. The whole time I use this phone I might have experienced lag maybe 2-3 times, and that was even with 9 apps running. Without a doubt, the HTC One is the best phone on the market right now. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe, and also don't forget to follow us on Twitter and also visit our Facebook page. Please tell me about your experience with this phone in the comment section, and I'll see you soon.